We make way for the star center for the Utah Jazz, two-time Defensive Player of the Year and owner of one of the great nicknames in all of sports, the Stifle Tower. He's Rudy Gobert, who joins us from Orlando. Good morning, Rudy. How are you?
Good morning. Doing great. How are you?
Where are you right now?
In my room.
Now,
in the bubble.
What do you have in there that would be interesting?
What do I have? Probably my computer. My gaming setup.
What do you play?
Right now, I play Call of Duty. It's a shooting game.
But you don't play basketball, do you? You don't play video games with basketball or Madden? Do you do that?
I play a little bit of 2K, but not a lot right now.
What about
it just
FIFA?
Depends.
FIFA?
I love FIFA.
Yeah, I'll bet you do. What has life been like the last 5 months? If you were going to try it, if somebody didn't know your story, hadn't talked to you, how would you sum up the last 5 months?
A lot of adventures, I would say. A lot of things happen, but thankfully, I'm in a great place right now. Both physically and mentally, and I'm excited to be back on the floor.
But take us back to that night in March. Like, what went through your mind at the time, and what would you have told that Rudy Gobert if you had that opportunity to go back in time?
Obviously, a lot of things were going through my mind. The testing positive, and and all the things that the domino effect that it started. But I think beside the little thing that happened, like I have no, I stayed myself through all this. I kept doing positive. I kept, obviously there was a lot of fear. I didn't know what the virus really was. It was tough to be away from my mom and my family because they were in France and they couldn't come over, and because all the flights were closed, international flights. So it was a little tough, but I'm glad that I had people around me that supported me, and I was able to get through this, and I'm glad to be back right now.
But also, Rudy, at the time we didn't know much about the coronavirus, and since you tested positive, did you think that maybe there was a bigger health risk, or that that this could put you in the hospital, or how dangerous it was?
I think really the unknown part of it, what was scaring me the most. I was talking to different people across the world, people in Italy, France, even in China, and and there was a lot of kind of like unexplainable things that were happening to some of the patients. So I was just really worried that I could be one of them. So I had to stay positive, keep trying to do the right thing, trying to make sure I eat the right thing. I pretty much always do. So keep staying positive, especially mentally, and just take the time that I'm going to need to recover.
But also, I wondered about what kind of feedback you got, because it felt like you were being blamed for ruining sports. Did you get that feeling?
I definitely had that feeling on social media. People were, I had a lot of messages, very negative messages, and I try to put my mind away from that, because people are going to judge without really knowing what happened or knowing the situation. And at the same time, there was a lot of fear. There was a lot of anger. People were just like me. People were scared, and someone always got to be blamed. It's how it works.
Why did you go on social media?
Because I kind of like to stay connected. Try to see what's going on in the world. Try to see. I have a lot of friends that are people that I appreciate, that I follow on social media too. So,
but you knew people are going to be upset with you. Maybe you didn't realize how upset they were going to be with you.
But everyone has an opinion, and when people, most of the time on social media, people don't know they just have a perception of you. It's based off perception, something that's been shown to them, something that they probably seen like they will see 1% of what you are and judge you based on that 1%.
Yeah.
And I care about the people that know the 100% of Rudy. I don't care. Not that I don't care, but like I'm not trying to prove who I am to the rest of the people. The most important thing is to stay true to myself and keep doing the positive that I've been doing and that I'm going to continue doing for my communities and people around me.
He's Rudy Gobert, the Utah Jazz center. Jazz next game is against the Pelicans Thursday at 6:30 on TNT. Yeah, you start to look at this, and then the health situation. Do you have long-term health issues or anything that's still lingering or affecting you from testing positive?
I'm feeling good right now. Obviously the sense of smell is still not back 100%, but the taste is back. The smell is back probably 80%. So it's no, I'm in a good place. Obviously there's still a lot of things we don't know about the long-term effect of the virus, but I'm just going to learn as we all do as a community.
Who gave you the nickname the Stifle Tower?
I think it's a beat writer from Salt Lake City. I think he's Jody. His name is Jody Genesee.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he found the name.
Isn't there a fake Eiffel Tower in Orlando at Epcot? Like, can you look out your window? Can you see the fake Eiffel Tower?
You know what? Let's take a look.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
All right. Let's see if we can see the Eiffel Tower at Epcot. All right. There you go. Looking out over the lake. It's a nice view. I don't see anything higher than the trees there.
No,
Yeah, there's no Eiffel
the
Tower.
Fountain.
The fountain.
I don't see no gators.
Have you seen the alligators there in the lake?
I don't walk close to the water. Too close.
That's very smart. You're playing against Zion Williamson here coming up. Now, if he goes up for a dunk, being a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, maybe going to win it again this year, you got to go after it?
I'm always gonna, if I'm in the right position, obviously, I'm always gonna try to go and make a play. But what people need to understand is sometimes I can be in foul trouble. Sometimes you don't want to put yourself in certain situations. So it just depends on the situation. But yes, I'm definitely gonna be there to to protect the basket.
I always love that big men who challenge. That I know we talk about you get posterized, but you also get blocked. I mean, I don't know. I don't like when the big guy he ducks down out of the way. There's certain times when I'm sure you did. But did you have one of those moments, the welcome to the NBA, where you went up to try to block somebody and it didn't go well?
Yeah, I mean, people love to love to post those videos when it happens. So yeah, definitely. A few guys done for me before, and a few and guys gonna done for me again. It's part of the life of a defensive player of the year. But I'm gonna keep try to do what's the best thing for my team defensively, and at the same time, it's a game. It's fun to accept the challenge, and sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's part of the game.
What's it like with no fans?
It's interesting, but at the same time, I like what the NBA has put together. I think the screens. The feeling was a little weird at first when I was shooting free throws and I saw like all the different faces behind. But you get used to it, and I think it can be a fun thing. I mean, when you're on the court, you don't. It's great to have the energy of the fans, but at the same time, once you're focused on what you have to do, you can zone out and you just focus on the game.
Well, it's got to be weird. We're going to be able to hear a lot of things we normally don't get to hear, Rudy.
I mean, it could be there might be some cuss words and stuff like that, but at the same time, it could be a pretty pretty cool thing for the fans.
Oh, I agree.
To hear,
but I think if you're going to curse, do it in French.
I mean, it depends. I try to do it so the guy can understand. So if it's a French guy, I mean, there's no point if not. So if it's an American guy, I do it in English.
Yeah. If it was Tony Parker, then you might be able to say something. Then he would understand. Good luck with this, Rudy. And no, it's been a long time battling through this. And, here we are on the verge of restarting this season. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
That's Rudy Gobert, the Utah Jazz center.